Hey guys, this is Versus Z with a video review of the high-grade 00 Quanta from the Gundam 00 movie Awakening of the Trailblazer. Alright guys, welcome back to the review, and before I start, there's an unboxing video for you guys to check out, and also a small work in progress series. So if you want to go ahead and check out some of the parts, get a closer look at them, or get a closer look at some of the things that were done to this model kit and how they were done, you can go ahead and check those videos out. So with that said, here goes the review. So this figure was released in 2010 and retails for 1,600 yen, which is about 18, 19 US dollars. Quick size comparison with the other Setsuna mobile suits. Here you have Exia, well, rather Setsuna Gundams. Here's Exia Repair 2, not Exia. Don't have an original Exia high grade. And then here's the 00 Gundam in Trans Am colors. So, oh, I got it. That looks real good. But anyway, so all heights are the same. I mean, of course, these two guys are a little bit to the back, and Quanta is kind of in a different position. His legs are spread out forward, but they all have the same height. In terms of the style wise, you got Trans Am or rather 00 Gundam here, lot more beefier. He's packing a lot more. Quanta's a little bit more streamlined, although same body. He just doesn't have so much kibble or clutter. And then Exia Repair 2 here is very simple Exia. So yep, there you go. Out of the box, this guy comes colored decently. You do have lots of painting you have to do if you choose not to use the foil stickers, which are right here. You got lots of black stickers for the condensers. These two blue pieces are supposed to go on one of the separate pieces for the accessories. This white piece here goes onto the shield, which was a pain to paint because if you're a hand painter like I am, it's just a pain. So I ended up using some kind of white spray for that. Also, one of the most disappointing things about this model kit are these two blue stickers. Well, not the blue stickers, but the fact that the area where these blue stickers go aren't painted. Like it could have easily been separate pieces. Look at High Grade Reborn's Gundam, for example. It has a very similar forehead design, yet the yellow piece is a separate piece. So it's kind of like, what the hell, Bandai? So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. You do have a lot of painting to do with this model kit, and if you're perfectly okay with that, then that's fine. You do have lots of things to add on to if you're not going to use stickers. Although the model kit does look very plain, even with the needed details. I went ahead and added some details that weren't really necessary, but I figured it would add a little bit more to it, like these gray areas here. But you can check that out in the work in progress video. Aside from the foil stickers, this guy comes with a sparkle clear green stand, which I don't really use, but here it is. So yeah, you do get that. For its articulation, if you have the high grade 00 Gundam, and if you don't, it's kind of weird. It's a very popular model kit, is a very popular release, and if you aren't already tired of the high grade 00 Gundam and its articulation, then maybe this model kit should be for you. It's got almost the exact same amount of articulation with a little bit more. It's lacking here and there, but overall it's the same. You have a double ball jointed head, so you can get this to rotate anywhere you need to. You have those same ball jointed shoulders, so you can get the arms to rotate wherever. There's this white piece here that keeps the arm from coming out a little bit farther than that, so that kind of sucks. But this arm giving you move the shield out of the way, and you totally can move the shield out of the way and in other ways that you want it to be because of all the different points of articulation that you get. There's plenty of hinges and plenty of polycaps in there that you could mess around with, but I'm not going to demonstrate that because I actually broke this piece here. Just take my word for it. You have lots of posability options with just the shield alone. But anyway, arms can rotate, free movement there. The elbows are under that not ball joint, but the double hinge joint, but you can only get that much of a bend. There's an extra wrist joint and ball jointed wrists. You have the double jointed torso. You can get it to rotate, not rotate, but tilt back, tilt forward, tilt side to side even, rotate there at the waist. So lots of point of articulation there. both side skirts and front skirts are connected with those little ball joints. I've had no problem with them popping off, but you should keep an eye on those because they look like they could. The legs are pretty much the same as the double O as well. You have the separate hip joint. Legs can kick out that far. Kick. Oops. Well, there you go. Speak of the devil. They can kick back that far. Rotate here at the thighs. Double jointed knee bend. And you have the super articulate double O ankles, so swivel back and forth, left and right, up and down, wherever you need to go, and then even this white piece even moves too. So very similar to double O. You're not missing out on any articulation, special points of articulation here. Maybe the shield is something new to you. I hope this doesn't pop off throughout the rest of the video because that's never really happened to me. But yeah, you get lots of points of articulation here. You have movement here, you have a rotation and a swivel here, another swivel up here, another swivel here, another swivel here with a peg and a polycap joint so you can swing it left and right, and even this blue piece is separate from the entire shield so you can open this up if you so choose to. And there's even the second GN drive in this, and that's articulate as well. So yeah, you have lots of posability with the body, the shield, and everything else. So posing this guy should be a piece of cake. You also have his accessories, which are the GN Sword 5, which is right here, and there's a tab at the end of this blue piece that can fit into that hole in his forearm. So yeah, that's the sword. You can also put it into rifle mode just by detaching it and then rotating it like that. And then, oh well, this is GN Sword 5, something like that. Yeah, something like that. And then here's the GN Sword 5 in rifle mode, which is pretty ugly. Yeah, I have to say. I think I could go away with this green piece and then just call that like the GN pistol or something, and it would at least pass for a decent looking pistol. But rifle, yeah. Maybe if they included a clear piece for an effect part, that would be great. But whatever, it's not the best thing. So there's the GN Sword. You also have a separate hand, splayed out hand. You only come with one of those. Oops. Sorry about that. These GN sword bits are all separate. You have 6 total. There's no way to display them unless you had like a Thomas Stage Act or some other kind of support stand to display those. But you would need multiple because there are 6 of those. But there's also a cool feature about these, and you notice the sword bits are in a different configuration than normal. I just like to have it displayed that way because it makes the Quanta look a little bit more like it's meant for battle. So anyway, you can take them off as well. So I'm gonna just take them off now anyway to show off the next accessory. So you got these smaller ones. You want to be careful with all the sword bits because the clear green pieces don't like to sit into their blue pieces all that well, so you could consider gluing those in. So yeah, you have these smaller ones, and then you have the extra smaller ones and the longer skinny ones. I'm being very careful because it's hot. So yeah, you have those. You can actually take these smaller ones, these little gray areas, which is painted, they're supposed to be blue. You can take these smaller ones and you can give them to the Quanta as like little knives or daggers or something. So that's that, and then these longer ones are separate too. So yeah, cool. The other 2 features, which are probably the more defining things about this model kit, is the Buster weapons, the Buster sword and Buster rifle. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the Buster rifle mode because that's the one we've seen, that's the one we know. So what you want to do is swap this out, take out these gray pieces from the side, separate that, take the gray piece. There's a separate clear green piece with this here, which is where those 2 blue stickers I mentioned earlier are supposed to go. Replace that. You want to take these green pieces, or I'm sorry, gray pieces, put them back together, and then what you want to do is take these, take the bigger ones first, And this is why I keep them configured this way, because the instructions in the manual tell you to separate all 6 of them when you're supposed to just put them back this way anyway. And even at that, if in the normal configuration, these 2 are supposed to go in together, and Bandai tells you to separate all of them when you could just keep these 2 together. So it's kind of like it's a waste of time. So go ahead and put those together. And then you already have the front of the Buster rifle. You take these smaller ones and then peg them into the sides like that. There you go. And then take this little handle thing, make sure it's flat, not that like that, but this way, and then you have the Buster rifle. And of course, the Quanta can hold it, but you're gonna have to use both arms, utilize both arms to take advantage of this. This definitely adds weight issues to the model kit, especially it'll add some stress onto the arm there. You might notice that the arm will flop down a little bit over time, but a lot of patience and a lot of not that it's a bad thing, and I'm going to make it sound like it's a bad thing, but a lot of patience and a lot of fiddling with the arms and the positioning, finding the point of balance. You won't have any weight issues so long as you take the time to pose them right. So yeah, there you go. It fits in his hand, of course. So yeah, that's that. And then take it off, rotate it, plug it back in, lift that up, and then take these longer pieces and attach them with this bottom part, attach them onto the ends here. So just like that. And this is how it's supposed to be connected onto the shields to begin with. And Bandai tells you to go ahead. Bandai tells you to go ahead and remove them completely, which doesn't make sense because you're going to put them back this way anyway. So there you go. That's the Buster Sword, and of course, again, there's going to be weight issues. Just to show you, if you have it held down like this, there's no problem. That's fine. But then if you had them held up, just as an example. Oh, okay. Well, that across. Okay, it's holding up, but over time, the weight issues will take its toll on the. Is it going down? Okay, make me a liar. Well, anyway, it's heavy. There will be weight issues. For some reason, he doesn't want to prove. He doesn't want to prove me right. He wants to prove me wrong. Make me a liar. But trust me, there are some weight issues, but they are not. It's nothing you can't get over. The weight issues are very simple. You can easily find ways to counter them, and you can have the Quanta hold the pose that you want them to be in. So that's pretty much it for this review. I'd have to say that I can recommend this only to the fans of 00, only the fans of Setsuna mobile suits, especially if you're tired of all the 00 Gundam, retools, recolors, and whatever. This kit might not be all that exciting to you, with the only difference of this Buster Sword. You can have the 7 Sword G with a Buster Sword. You can. His posability is pretty much the same, so if you like the posability of the 00 Gundam, you might want to check this model kit out. Different posing options. If you have just the normal 00 Riser, you have the GN Sword 3, the GN Sword 2s, the Riser itself, and it may be the same essentially, but the experiences are different because this guy has like a huge rifle and a huge sword. So unless you already have the 7 Sword G, you might find some differences between the normal 00 Riser and the 00 Quanta. But if you have the 7 Sword G, you don't have this model kit, you just want a Setsuna mobile suit or a model kit that has a Buster rifle and a Buster sword, or some big swords or big guns, then maybe you might just pass this up. So this is really only for fans of this particular design. And there aren't that many. I'll admit I like it. I didn't really like it at first, which is why I added what I needed to add on to it. But overall, the build is pretty simple. It wasn't exciting because it wasn't like a fresh new build. It really felt too much like the 00 Gundam. But where the fun comes in with this model kit is just the posability, what you could do with it, and I guess pretty much the play value. Especially if you find yourself a full Saber model kit, then you can add on to that as well. So there you have it. That's my video review for the high grade double up Quanta. I hope some of you guys found this helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.